Aloha Pile 1. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your Happy New Year reading messages from the universe about what blessings and themes are happening in 2023 for you. So wishing you guys an awesome new year to all of my dragonflies. I'm so grateful. Thank you for your patience with me. I've been in movement and transition, and so I haven't put any videos out for the last couple of weeks, but I will be posting more and more often now. So really grateful to be back. As always, thank you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. I'm loving the community that we're building here, so I'm so grateful. Thank you. Okay. So, and in the comment section below, before we even get started with your reading, write what you're feeling, like what transitions that you've had from moving from 2022 to 2023. It feels like such a transitory type of year end. So I'm really curious how everybody's doing and what different things you've experienced. But let's get on into your reading and go from there. Okay, we have Gnosis. All right, this is going to be your major theme for the year, and that's really exciting because this talks about inner knowing and spiritual knowing. This is a deep inner knowing that happens, but it comes from the journey of not knowing. It's kind of like, I read a quote actually earlier today, paraphrasing it, but it was Albert Einstein speaking about the more that he knows, the more that he just knows that he does not know. And so this has to do with a bit of the mystery. So for you guys, I feel like you are leveling up in multiple areas of your life. The blessing that's coming in is an understanding, a spiritual type of energy, a general energy of knowing that you know and having a life-changing experience. Gnosis is the type of inner knowing that leads to a life-changing experience. So I feel like 2023 is going to be very transformative for you. Excuse me. And it's also going to be very lots of positive changes. So let's go a little bit further here and look at what God, Goddess, or Guardian is watching over you for the year 2023. And then we'll get on into the messages from the universe. This is really exciting energy. I feel like you guys are, what they're saying to me is this just aha moment, right? Where things just change. And then as I was saying that, you got hell, which is the end of a cycle. And I'm noticing that raven there in all the runes. So I would like to read this, goddesses or guardian, to you. So it says, release what no longer serves you, prepare for transformation. Hell is an enigmatic Norse underworld queen and goddess of death. Her striking appearance, half light and half dark, represents the spiritual netherworlds over which she rules. It's a mysterious healing realm where those who've died from disease or old age receive spiritual renewal. Hell is a soul midwife who cares especially for women and babies who die in childbirth. Her powers have been universally feared by patriarchy. The Norse gods call her monstrous. The medieval Christian church named their hell after her. This powerful goddess brings guidance for inevitable change, transitions, and endings. Her symbols are ravens, black crystals, and the rune symbol Hagalaz. Beautiful. I love that. Okay. So with this, it feels like in 2023, 2022 was the ending and the preparation of the cycle is what they're saying to me. So I feel like you've just ended a cycle and now you're coming out with an understanding. 2023 is going to be that transformation that happens. Okay, you are truly in 2023. The blessing is that you're letting go of what no longer serves you, and you're really turning into a new person. What they're saying with this is this blessing, and the theme for you in 2023 is a rebranding, re-identification. You know, businesses go through rebranding, and sometimes we forget that as people, we're always evolving and changing. And so with this group, you're going to be moving into kind of rebranding yourself, starting at the identity level. If you guys have gone through a breakup, or for those of you who might be watching who have had a miscarriage or have had some sort of issue in the birthing process or childbirth of that sort, because it was so specific in the guardian here, it feels like you're learning from that experience and being able to move forward. Some of you may end up bringing in exactly what you want. So some of you might be bringing in children in conventional and unconventional ways. Some of you may be just waking up to the fact of wanting to be treated better in your relationships. I'm feeling like there's a lot of relational type of aspects. Some of you may have been more focused on your spiritual walk, because they're showing a transformation I'm going through. I've been focused for years and years and years on my spiritual self, and now I'm coming into being a little more human and allowing myself to have the human experience, because I've been so focused in the stars that I've not been grounded in the ground. And so now I'm enjoying human experiences, right? And we still have our spiritual experiences, right? So some of you might be moving from having to be the spiritual counselor to being a little bit more human, or vice versa, going from like kind of mundane or human aspects and then really getting into your spiritual work. Any way it goes, you're ending a cycle, and you're ending a cycle of negativity and ending a cycle of things that no longer serve you. So one of the things that Spirit's saying is, well done. You have completed the cycle, and now you're in this cycle of rebirth. So I do feel like for you guys, the first quarter of the year will be finishing out that end. Okay, so you may find that some residual emotions, especially maybe if you broke up with somebody that you really liked, or you might be ending a cycle of being single. If it's a romance thing, you might be ending a cycle of health issues. But there may be, you know, when something's dying, sometimes it puts up a fight, right? So when we have a pattern inside our mind or inside ourselves that is passing away, and we're re-identifying with something else, there's a little wobble there as we're learning to be in our new self. But we have the gnosis here. Throughout the year, you're going to get ahas and course corrections so that you can be in your power, so that you can be in yourself in a whole new way. I'm really loving that. I'm going to take an oracle card here and look at the blessings and your spiritual light, what is coming forth for 2023. Oh my gosh. Okay, let go. All right, y'all. So you definitely are in a time of letting go. This is really streamlined. Cannot make that up. This deck has so many other types of cards in it. This is the Secret Language of Light cards. So definitely you're letting go. It's really interesting because it just feels like you're cutting cords with just anything that isn't bringing happiness, joy, abundance, fruition. You're just at a point where you're ending the cycle of being the overly generous, the over caretaker, the over giver, and your blessing is you're letting go. And your theme of that letting go is opening the doors for a whole new cycle. It's opening the doors for you in a really beautiful way. And so I know it seems weird to think that letting go of something would be a blessing, but it's actually huge, because this year, this right here is Archangel Michael's sword of truth on this card. This year, you're going to be cutting through the BS. You're going to be cutting through, you know, any lies that people are telling, or you're feeling into yourself. And if it doesn't feel good to you, you're letting it go. You're going into your own energy, and you're getting into the magic and the alchemy of who you are. I'm going to grab a couple of tarot cards, go a little bit deeper, just to close the reading, because we really have it here. It's like you're letting go. You're going through huge transformation. So for you guys, if you've been doing, you know, health stuff, because they just showed me like I'm wanting to release a pretty decent amount of weight, physical weight, in 2023. You know, 2022, I let go of 30 pounds without really doing much. Just activities that I really enjoyed, cooking at home. And now it's like we can have even healthier habits, right? So it feels like, you know, if you've had a goal or outcome for many years, like that has to do with your body, or that has to do with your like romantic relationships, you're cutting out the BS even within your own mind. You're cutting out the critic and saying, what can we do to have what we want, right? Period. If you want to be more attractive to a mate, then get more attractive to a mate. That's what this is showing, right? It's like, let go of the excuses, let go of the things like they should just love me how I am. Well, if you don't love yourself how you are, someone else isn't going to love you, right? And so it's like, this is a time where you're taking back your power. You're saying, I don't have control of everybody else, but I can have control of, you know, myself. I have control of my power of linguistics. I have control of how I feel about myself. And you're focusing there. You're ending the cycle of insecurity. You're ending the cycle of feeling badly about yourself. And I feel like Spirit's going to bless you with information along the line. Like all through the year, I feel like you get information and you get aha moments, people in your path to give you opportunities so that you can make this transformation that you want to make. Okay, let's see here. The blessings coming in. Oh my goodness. Okay. Love this. Gorgeous. Okay, so we start with Five of Swords. So beginning of the year, you might have had like a lot of stress, worry, and anxiety, but they're saying no need, okay? Because we have Nine of Pentacles. You are about to go through a full glow up, okay? You're coming into this space of letting go of other people's opinions, letting go of things that no longer serve you, and you're entering into a time of harvest. You did that, okay? This year, you're going to be blessed over and over and over again in multiple areas of your life because you're taking the reins, because you're taking the opinions of others with a grain of salt. You're letting go of that inner critic like we talked about. We have Page of Cups. I do feel like you have someone coming on in. If you're looking for love, it's here. It's going to be slow and steady. All right. This year, your theme is slow and steady wins the race, right? Because you're building, you're rebirthing and building this year. But you do have someone already in your field who's thinking of you, who's wanting to make you an offer. They're waiting for you to let go of either a past person or a past idea or a pattern about yourself that's not letting them in. And they're willing to take their time. They're willing to invest in you as you're investing in yourself. So it's a really, really beautiful energy here. I love that. It feels like you're going to really be blessed with also friends and people that you love that are just going to be really great, okay? We have the Devil card. This card of Capricorn. Some of you may be Capricorn. The Devil card indicates overcoming negative limiting beliefs and emotions. We are in Mercury retrograde right now at the first of the year here in Capricorn. It has us reevaluate our values, our day-to-day routines, the things that we do for work, our patterns and habits in relationships or our overindulgences. Capricorn in the Devil card is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is kind of the stern father of the zodiac, but it's the planet that allows you to get your manifestations on Earth. But you do have to go through looking at your shadow side. And what I love about this is next is High Priestess. Okay? This has a couple of different things they're telling me. You're overcoming some negative limiting beliefs and emotions about yourself. It also is telling me that you are incorporating your shadow side. Some people can be too love and light, and then you're imbalanced. And so incorporating your shadow side. The other thing is I feel like you're going to make this glow up and make these changes rather in private, in the sense of this year of 2023, you're going to have your goals and outcomes, but you're not telling anybody. Good for you, okay? Because the more people that you tell, the more you dissipate the energy. You're about to glow up in such a way and change your identification with yourself, like how you respond to yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you show up in the world. And you're just going to be working on these goals, because the devil, again, being the card of Capricorn, Capricorn's the hard worker, they're ambitious, and they get what they want, period. And so, and they're willing to do the work. This year you're willing to do the work. This year you're willing to do it secretly. So this is an advice from Spirit with your goals and outcomes. Tell no one, or tell only a trusted advisor or small amount of people that are really trusted, because this isn't about sharing everything with everyone else this year. This is about you getting back into rapport with you, and this is also you this year being blessed with a really intuitive download. She has the light coming straight in, okay? With that, it is your intuition and intuitive faculties are increasing this year immensely, and you're able to balance the two by letting go and letting die patterns that no longer need to be there. This is gorgeous energy. You're going to get what you want, but don't be blabbing it to everyone. They're also telling me law of attraction, so you may start to be interested in like law of attraction, watching videos like that, like Abraham Hicks, or doing manifestation, but that's private and it's affirmative, so you're moving in an affirmative way forward rather than focusing on the negatives. Oops, I just got something in my eye here. Okay, you're quite literally taking the dust out of your eye. Okay, so some of you might have had that experience like I just had. Like I just had a piece of dust or sand. Yeah, it was like sand that just came into my eye. But it's like you're opening up your receiving of your sight again, okay? And your inner sight as well as outer. Really, really beautiful energies here, you guys. I'm so excited for you. It feels like things are looking good, and how everything lines up for you and how you're going to get your goal is one step at a time. Keep your secrets to yourself, okay? Keep your goals to yourself. Just work on them every day, okay? And, do a little, like how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, okay? The metaphoric one, not a real, but it's like when you have something huge in front of you, a task that you're wanting to do, you do one step at a time. And this is really beautiful energy. It also is indicating rewards for work you've already done. So some of you might have inheritance coming, promotion, that kind of thing, because you've already done the work. And so now it's time to receive that harvest, and it's by letting go. Some of you also might decide to either open your own business or leave a job you've been at for a long time, and they're going to give you like a really hefty severance. Okay, that's not going to be for everyone, but it's like you get more money leaving and letting go of a situation than if you would stay, right? So really gorgeous energies. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much. I'm so grateful for you. And again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, aloha. Aloha pile 2. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly, coming to you with a really fun Happy New Year reading, what the universe wants to tell you, themes for this year, and blessings that are coming in. So Happy New Year to all of my dragonflies, loving you. So grateful. Thank you for your patience with me. I know I haven't been uploading much in the last couple of weeks. I've been in movement and transition, and so thank you for your patience. I will be bringing more content. Daily is the hope. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for those of you who have donated and tipped. Thank you as well for all of you who comment. I'm loving that. Please comment in the comment section below what types of changes and transitions that you've already had moving from 2022 to 2023. I'm really interested. It's been such a transitory time for myself and my clients that I talk with, and so I'm just curious what y'all have been going through, because it's just been really an interesting time. And so and it feels like this time of year always has a bit of that type of movement. Whew. Okay. So just yawned there, took a deep breath. It might be that this group, it's not in the cards right there, but that you might be taking to a little bit more rest, slowing down a little bit. Okay, so let's get to your reading. We have Kairos here. Kairos is mythic time. This is a really beautiful overall theme for you. This is like time out of time, spending time like in alternate timelines, allowing yourself to be patient, go with the flow. When Kairos is present, it basically lets us know that through patience and kind of sitting out of time for a moment, so this could be you up your meditation practice, learn the art of stillness, you will know precisely when to act, precisely when to move forward on a project, move forward on whatever you would like to achieve in 2023. Time is going to be on your side. Now, it is going to be requiring patience for you. So, because on the dark side of this, it's like you'd be fighting against time. But what the light side of this, since we're looking at blessings, the light side of Kairos is that kind of all-seeing eye, that you're able to look through the fractals of time and position yourself exactly in alignment. So the high of this card is alignment and ease in your movement and actions this year. So that is a huge blessing and huge theme. It's also a learning, they're saying, that many of you may have, known logically, okay, time doesn't really exist, because energy doesn't play by those rules, but you can feel that human part of self and feeling like there's deadlines or there's things that need to be done, or I'm feeling like I have to be in this relationship because I want to have kids by this time, and blah, 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 and then get all anxious, right? This is a chance this year to really be in the space of mythic time, where you can float through and choose any timeline you would like to align with. It's an incredible amount of power for you this year, is what they're saying. I'm really, really liking that energy. We're also going to look at the gods, goddess, or guardian that's going to be watching over you as well. So this one says like that time is on your side. I do not own the rights to that song. Okay. So no need rush is what they're saying. Like, oh, beautiful. Okay, you got two guardians. You have Aphrodite, eternal love. Beautiful. And then we have Mawulisa with balance. Okay. I'm going to read their stories to you, because they'll have information for you. And so they're going to look over you and will also be an extension of the overall energy. So Aphrodite is the goddess of love, beauty, and sensuality. Classic Greek mythology says she was born from the sea foam around Paphos, Cyprus. Exuding feminine energy, Aphrodite evokes the creative and heart-renewing powers of the water. She was a divine queen in Lemuria and reigned over all matters of love, romance, and relationships. Her temple contained a huge rose quartz crystal. Aphrodite heals our defenses against accepting love. Her mirror reveals our true beauty. Her pomegranate invites us to revel in sensuality. Aphrodite asks us to treat romantic love with respect for its sacred practice. Our partners are divine teachers, bringing opportunities to learn everything about our own hearts. Beautiful. So with this this ease and alignment, it is time for love, both self-love this year. But your theme, for those of you who are single, it does feel like you'll be moving into a romantic partnership that is quite lovely. You'll be learning to be kind of out of time. You know, when you're like newly in love or you're crushing on someone and you lose time. You start talking with them and it's like you can talk for hours because it doesn't feel like there's any time or space between you. This is the energy for the whole year, okay? That you're treating life itself through the eyes of love. It's a great gift that you're being given. And I also feel like you're learning not to lose yourself in a loving relationship. We have Maulisa. It says center your energy, seek harmony and cooperation. Maulisa is a supreme being with origins in the ancient West African kingdom of Dahomey, if I said that right, and is neither male nor female. Dahomean legend says that in the beginning of everything there was Maulisa, who had two faces. Mau, a woman, is the female side of God, and her eyes are the moon. Lisa is the male side of God, and his eyes are the sun. This androgynous deity reminds us that the balance is a central principle of the universe. So you are balancing self, time, space, right? You're really in this beautiful alchemy this year. It's a huge gift. You have learned to center yourself, and you will be continuing to do that. Feels like the relationship that you are calling in is a higher relationship, so divine counterpart. I don't like the term twin flame because it gets into a whole different kind of toxic patterning a lot of times. This feels different than that. This feels like a divine ease, both parties being in balance. It does feel like you will find yourself through the time-space continuum. It's like your relationships this year, the gift is you're going to feel like you've known them for years, both in your romantic relationship and also in your friendships and your business relationships. You're calling in soulmates at this time. And soulmates are not just romantic in nature. Okay, so you are calling in this amazing, amazing energy. I'm really loving this pile too. It's a beautiful, like I'm so drawn in to these three cards together, but specifically the Kairos, the eye. Okay, let's see. Can you see them all together like this? Right? It's like you're balancing self and spanning across the time-space continuum. It's a really beautiful energy, and what they're saying to me right now is you deserve it. Like, yeah. It's like it's just time. It feels like everything's softening for you this year, and your cards just came out. Your 4 cards just came out. You got the sun, and she wears the rune of wholeness. The sun comes after a storm. It feels like with this group, 2022 and maybe the previous, they're saying 3 to 5 years prior to 2022 have been really difficult. What they're saying is you may have had a lot of loss. You may have had a lot of turmoil, transitions, and changes. And now this is your time to come into wholeness. We have Queen of Pentacles, male or female matters not. This is your energy. You're coming into yourself, your money. This is very generous. This is ruled by Venus, which is, I think, Aphrodite, right? I think it's same. And so you are coming into your own. You're being in love. Your money is going to look really good this year. You're coming into a state of balance and wholeness after a time of feeling like you've just been out of time, like you haven't, like things just weren't working very well. Next, we have 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is celebration, friendship, really great community together. there's going to be lots of reasons to celebrate this year. Celebrating yourself, but also celebration. I feel like you're getting, what they're saying is surprise after surprise of like this beautiful sun energy. You could be dealing with a Leo, doesn't have to be, because we have Leo here and Taurus, it looks like. And then we have the World. Okay, whole new cycle. The World's one of the most powerful cards in the deck. It gets looked over a lot of times, but basically the World says you have completed something major and you're moving into a new cycle and you're being able to jump onto a whole new timeline. I feel like for the collective, very transformative energies from 2022 to 2023. It's like you're choosing a higher timeline for yourself. You're choosing softness. You're choosing love. And because of that, you're being blessed and honored. Really beautiful energy here. I'm going to get one more card or a little bit more tarot here. Go a little bit deeper. I love this energy. I just kind of want to sit here in it because it's just time. And it's time also for some of you, because they keep having me look at the pomegranate, which has to do with the sensuality. Some of you may have been single for a long time or have not shared your intimate relations with anyone in a long time. And this is coming into balance. You're going to be coming back into having intimate relations, having that joy, having, the pleasure of being both human and the pleasure of being spirit, having both. What came out as I was saying that is a Chariot, card of Cancer. You have taken the reins. 2023, you're being blessed. This is huge, fast forward movement. I don't feel like you're expecting this. Like some of you, you might have a person that you're interested in. Those of you that are coupled up, it's like you may have been having trouble in your relationship, and then boom, you're back on track, you're celebrating, you're enjoying each other again. Those of you that are single, it's like someone coming in immediately that you wanted maybe or weren't even expecting. It's like, I feel like for some of you, it's like, well, I don't know how this is because I haven't had anybody in so long. It just comes into balance. It's like time collapses on itself and boom, there's your person. For those of you that this is business, you're really coming into love. This, for those of you, because they just showed me, okay, I typically have an experience a few days before a reading so that they have a visual to give me. And they just showed me the other day, I had my inner cheerleader show up. I went through a time where my inner critic was so bad that I was like screaming in my brain for it to stop, right? Because I couldn't, like, I was so harshly critical on myself in that particular moment. And then yesterday, my inner cheerleader, or the night before last, the inner cheerleader emerged. And that part of me just amped me up, gassed me up, gave me like all of this beautiful energy. And it was like, we will always have some sort of inner critic, but it was almost like the death to the intensity of that inner critic. And my cheerleader now is the one that's taking control and taking over the reins. It was a huge shift in consciousness, and I feel like that's what's happening for you too, is that some of you may have been or may be extremely critical on self because Aphrodite holds this mirror of self-love, okay? And notice, she's not a little skinny thing, okay? Right? It's like, because some of you, like, it has to do with feeling like your body's not perfect enough in one way or another, like feeling too thin or feeling too big to be intimate with another, or feeling not quite right to do the job that you want to do, or not having quite the self-confidence because something on you physically doesn't feel like how you would want it to be. And what they're saying here is you're perfect how you are. It's balancing out. You're going to, have more health, more celebration, more joy. So even through the joy, the physical things get addressed naturally. Okay, yeah, because you've been in your head a lot. and been really hard on yourself, pile 2. And so this is actually where you're coming into alignment with, it's your time. It's your time to receive. It's your time to be in abundance. It's your time to be in joy. It's time for the sunshine after the storm. Okay, it's your turn to be blessed. And that is what balance is. Because some of you, the other thing too, it's like some of you have been doing your opposite polarity. So if you're female, you've been in masculine energy for a really long time. And now in order to have the relationship you want, it's time to be in your feminine energy. If you're male, you've been in your feminine energy for too long. And so it's like there's been an imbalance of the polarities, and now you're balancing the two to where you can use them appropriately. But you're going to come back into balance with the polarities. I feel like this will also make you feel better in your physical self, because some of you might have felt like out of alignment, because I'm like really feeling twisted up in my back a little bit. And because the polarities were shifted, you may have not felt like the energy was flowing through you well, because they just told me indigestion, and they told me like, you know, that might be a little too much TMI for. They're saying there might be like bowel kind of issues or things that have been going on because of this imbalance in the polarity, but you're about to shift it. I'm not a doctor, of course. Go to the doctor if you're feeling ill or need an alignment. But this is just saying you switching this. That's the blessing of 2023, is you're going to come back in alignment, and then your body will naturally also have that. Okay, they asked me for one more card, and it's Knight of Cups. So this is really saying, like, it's not meant to be a romantic read, but if y'all are looking for love, it's here. Okay, you're about to get an offer, and this is here pretty quickly, because this comes right after the Chariot. Chariot's fast forward movement, and the fast forward movement that's coming into you is this offer. Okay, and I do feel like you're going to be loving yourself more. I also feel like you just don't expect it. Like you expect it, but don't. It's like a goal that you've wanted, but on the bottom of the deck we have 5 of Pentacles, so you feel like lost or a little bit of rejected. But the key's right there. Okay, the key to the door is right here. And so I feel like you have a person coming on in. If you're single, if you've been in a relationship and it's been rocky, it's going to harmonize here. But your relationships, friendships, this is a year of celebration, alignment, ease, and flow, and also sensuality. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 2. It feels really good. It's like I don't really want to get up out of this energy, but I got to do pile 3. So, all right. So thank y'all so much. Appreciate you. Remember, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and until next time, aloha. Aloha, pile 3. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly, coming to you with your Happy New Year messages for what your general themes are going to be and the blessings coming in for 2023. I want to say Happy New Year to all my dragonflies. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you. And thank you for your patience as we have been. Hold on one second. I think they're... Hold on. Sorry, we still have some fireworks going off here today, and so Penny was getting a little bit unsure there or agitated. She's fine with fireworks. She just wasn't sure about the noise. So, anywho, want to say love you guys. Thank you for your patience. I have been in movement and transition, so I haven't been really posting the last couple of weeks, but I will have plenty of content coming to you this new year. So really grateful for that, and thank you guys so much for being such awesome subscribers and being so patient and understanding. In the comment section below, let me know what changes and transitions you guys have been going through from the shift from 2022 to 2023. I know it's myself and my clients have all been going through really interesting energies, and really transformational and transitory energies. So there's been lots of movement, lots of changes, lots of things coming up. So I just wanted to see how things are going for you. So in the comments below, please let me know, because we are all in this together, and it's always good to see, you know, what good changes are happening or what transitions are we're moving forward with together. Okay. I do want to say thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button. That's so helpful. Thank you guys all who have donated and tipped, and thank you so much for those who comment. That is so helpful to me, and I love the community that we're building, so let's keep that up, and let's get to your reading. Okay, we have Agape. This is beautiful, you guys. The main theme for you in 2023 is agape love. Agape is that universal love, the true love. It doesn't have to do with romantic love. It has to, I mean, it can be, but agape love is that godlike love, right? That love that it's almost the being, the embodiment of love. I feel like you're coming into that, both being given to you and both receiving and what you're giving. Okay, let's look at the gods, goddesses, or guardian that's going to be looking over you this year, because that'll give me a little more information on where this theme of agape love is going. It's really beautiful energy, and I feel like with this, because they're showing me the lights here and how they're all connecting. Okay, so everything's lined up, it's all connecting. I feel like you're also going to be connecting more to your spiritual grid. Some of you might consider yourself a light worker, a star seed, and when I said spiritual grid, the timer said 333. So some of you, 333 may be significant to you, or you've been seeing it a lot lately. Okay, let's keep going. They want me to really shuffle these, so I'm just waiting. Okay, there we go. Wow. We have High Priest of Atlantis is watching over you. So chakra healing. Okay, look at how these match up so well. Okay. Really beautiful energies here, you guys. I love this. So some of you, like I said, you might feel like your star seeds are light workers in 2023. This group, you might feel like you have Atlantean roots from the lost civilization of Atlantis, or you might be getting information about your time there, or have a curiosity about Atlantis. Any way it goes, it's going to be giving you information. This year, you're really coming back into that agape love, universal love, and you're really getting healed from the inside out, and the outside in with the chakra healing. Some of you may be moving into being a chakra healing practitioner, in that you might do Reiki, you might work with crystals, you might do some other things that help people to balance their chakras, but all of you will have the opportunity to experience yourself coming back into alignment. There's going to be a big focus on your energy body this year, and healing your chakra system. Okay, huge focus on love, huge focus on that. These are really high energies, so as I'm talking to you right now, as I'm filming this, like, my energy is so high that I can't really see out of my eyes very well. So part of that with chakra healing may be the grounding feature. Okay, so you might be learning how to ground a little better, ground into that love, because it's like I've gone so high that my eyes, like, I'm like having a really hard time to see, right? So yeah. So blessing wise, this is a huge blessing. I feel like you guys have been on path with yourself and trying to get things aligned, but it may have felt chaotic for the last couple of years. You may have been in situations where it was conditional love. I love you if. Like romantic love is a conditional love. It is, it's not unconditional, it's conditional. It's, we're in this agreement and relationship because you act and behave this way, and we're going to be romantic with each other. Unconditional love and agape love is I love you because you are. Like, just because you exist, right? And so you can have both in a relationship, but I feel like you've had people in your life who have loved you because of what you can do, or because of how you love, because of being a partner, because of the type of work that you do, okay? And now you're going to be moving into just a more balanced approach. What blessings are coming in for pile 3? What's their themes? Ooh, you're going to have a lot to celebrate this year. As you're coming into alignment, it's aligning up a lot of different things. Wow. Okay. Big good changes for you. Perfect. I do feel like many of you with this chakra healing part and the things that you've been studying through the years, or the downloads that you've been getting, I feel like you're going to be making it into business, okay? This is a year where with King of Pentacles to start, and this is coming through as your energy. King of Pentacles is the entrepreneur, the business owner. In love relationship, this is the marriage partner, okay? Because Pentacles are slow and steady, but they also are committed, okay? And so with this particular situation and the agape love that you're having and the feelings that you're having, I feel like you are actually going to be starting your own business with this. If you don't have one already, we have 4 of Wands. There's lots to celebrate. This is the halfway to marriage card, or divine counterpart card. This one does not feel as romantic, again, because it's the agape love. But what I'm actually seeing is you being a practitioner or selling something at festivals. When this first came through, the thing they showed me is this information that you have. So some of you, like, might be fantastic artist, or you work with crystals, or you do the Reiki healing. And I feel like that, I'm seeing you travel, and I'm seeing you be able to share this information and get paid for it at like festivals and like vending places. And that's not going to be for everyone, but some of you might even be opening a shop that people can come to, and it might be in a town like that's sort of a destination town. Like, so you might live in a vortex spot, or a spot like, because they're showing me like small town, like crystal shop or metaphysical shop or some sort of healing, but they're showing me small town, but it's like a destination, right? So like one of the places was Sedona, another place they showed me was Austin, and then they showed me Florida, but I wouldn't know where. I'm not as familiar with Florida, so those are US places, but it's like it feels like small town, but people come for festivals, or they come for they just said spiritual pilgrimage, or they come for different reasons that it brings people, even though it's a small town feel. We have justice next. You're really going to be balancing out. Again, I feel like, because this can also be about legal matters, okay? There's lots of balancing with the healing, the agape love. Some of you may have gone through a divorce. And so, because we have 10 of Wands next, which speaks of the cycle of burdens is over. Then next, this would go to the Ace of Wands, and it does, okay? So it shows that you have the forward movement. 9s are the end in tarot, and then 10s are the very last, like it's the completion of completions. 10 of Wands talks about letting go of your burdens. When it resets to the Ace of Wands, and that's what came out next for you. So you're having a brand new beginning. So some of you might have gone through a divorce, and you're rebalancing, but you're actually letting that burden go. Or you've had some legal issues that by employing agape love, by moving into the balancing and the healing of your chakras, you're moving into this space of this openness here, okay? A reignition of passion. And by the end of the year, you're at Queen of Wands, okay? And what's funny is the bottom of the deck is King of Wands. So those of you that may want to move it into a romantic relationship, you do have counterparts there, okay? I do feel like some of you could move into getting engaged or married in this year, but it's not the primary energy of this. It feels like you'll be letting go of something, healing something, and then the other comes in. So if you'd like romantic relationship, it's like it's the fruit of letting go of the burdens of the past relationship or any kind of feelings of failure, and moving into that agape love, that universal love. Taking a more general approach and becoming love is actually going to bring your passion. It's going to make you stand out. You are going to be very magnetic this year. That's one of the blessings. Your light shining higher, and because your light's shining higher, you're going to be able to make money off of that as well. And it's a positive that you are able to support yourself well, because you'll bring that to the world. It is part of the healing of the root and the sacral chakra, is to have your money right, okay? Money comes from those two chakras. So while you might be employing some of the more spiritual or higher level chakras, they all have to work together. It's a system. It's a team, okay? And so really, really beautiful energies. This feels so good. It feels like you're leveling up to a much higher level of being. You're seeing things differently than before. So if you had struggle in your relationships, or you had a lot of death or loss, and you're like, universe, I'm not sure if you really are benevolent, right? You're coming into that feeling of agape love as you heal and clear and clean your chakras and align them, and everybody's moving in the directions they're supposed to, and with plenty of energy flowing, you start to have new ideas. You start to have a whole new perspective. But really your business is going to be really good this year. I am going to get a secret language of light card to kind of close out the reading, see what next blessings, and this is more specific like spiritually, but sometimes they have other messages for us. Yeah, they said just breathe, all is well. It's really, really beautiful energy. I feel like you're going to be able to take a breath after quite some time, and then you got the card of enlightenment. This year is very enlightening, and I am just absolutely thrilled with the color matches on these 3 theme cards, okay? Blue moves into the future. The color blue goes into the future. So you are absolutely building your future from a place of agape love, from a place of balance and enlightenment. Okay, so you're going through some enlightenment blessings and downloads yourself in 2023, but you're also helping others to hold more light, to be in more beauty, okay? To be in agape love, and you're going to get paid for it, okay? So it's like people are going to come to you. Some of you it might be for advice. Some of you it might be for a physical item that you make. Some of you it might be for the chakra healing, okay? But you're also going to be participating in those things as well, just by learning new practices, being in love and being love. So really beautiful energies. This is a very high energy group. Again, still can't really see out of my eyes, so I'm gonna take some time and some water. I might lay down for a little bit, because this just whoop. I mean, I feel like even in the reading here, I'm having a bit of an activation to a next level for myself as well. So you might be experiencing that activation of some of your chakras that may not have been really processing or working as well as they could. And so now they're going to be coming back online. So really look into the Atlantean people. There's information there for you. But these beautiful general themes, you are coming into the embodiment of love, and you're going to get paid for it. And it does look like you could bring in a partner as well, but your main theme and your main focus this year is on your own enlightenment. So really loving that. It's beautiful energy, pile 3. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Till next time, aloha.